Okay, so I am doing another one of these. As I've said, I'm probably going to do a lot of them. I still got to do one for GT bosses because I want to talk about that stupid category eventually. But because of worldwide and because I have not done this yet, because I was going to do this one and I have not done it yet, we are going to talk movie bosses and movie heroes for the Easy A, for the All-Star Easy A here. So, before the worldwide started, obviously, essentially, Turles came out right around the time this came out too. I think it was like a week after. So even before, we already had a buff. We had a 170 lead in Turles. And obviously, you can either do this with movie bosses or with movie heroes. It can be either or, which I like. I think that's totally good. I think something like Future and maybe like Time Travelers, they could have done Future and Time Travelers to make that easier. Defender of Justice could have been maybe a hybrid Saiyans as well, because that's not on here. Is it? Alright. Goku's family. Yeah, they don't even have Vegeta's family, so they could have done like Goku's family / Vegeta's family. I wish for some of these smaller categories, Otherworld Warriors, World Tournament, Dragon Ball Saga, pretty much this whole row here. This first row, if you have the 7th anniversary LRs, you can essentially get through this first full row. And then if you get lucky, you can get up, through here, through Shadow Dragons. You can get up to Goku's family. And then Realm of Gods, again, is where I always am going to say Realm of Gods is where it gets hard. Right around 700 is where, the difficulty flips a switch and gets better. So if they would have done more like that, where it's more, movie bosses, movie heroes like that, I think that would have made this a little bit easier, especially when you're trying to find a Future Saga friend lead, or a Defender of Justice friend lead, or a Universe 6 friend lead. If they had done Universe Survival Saga, I guess you could have made this Rhapsody Universe 7, you could have made this Universe Survival Saga here. If they would have done something like that, that would have been a lot better. But they have buffed this category once again with Worldwide. Obviously, I'm recording this. We're 5 days into the celebration. Cooler and Goku are 2 days old, or about that, 2-3 days old. So essentially, Cooler's better for this because he actually has a movie boss's leader skill, and you can actually get a 200% leader skill if the transformation boost and movie bosses, which honestly is not that hard. Like he's got a pretty good leader skill. Is it the best? I don't know. I would have to compare all of them. For just leader skills, if we're just looking at leader skills, I don't know. He might be the best. He's up there. So, obviously, Cooler is better because he has movie bosses, whereas Goku is just powerful comeback. And if we look, there's not too many movie boss characters on here, I don't believe. I just want to quickly scan this category real quick if it loads. might take a second to load. Okay, so movie bosses, movie heroes, excuse me. So you, okay, so you have 4 LRs on this. So you can make Goku work. 4 LRs, if you had your Easy A, oh my god, if this guy gets his Easy A soon, this gonna be a busted category. If you Easy A in part 2 and then make you very good for part 2, he might be runnable. So you do have options. You have some options on here. There's Int Gogeta here. There's not really a Rainbow Orb changer on here, especially if you're running Power for Comeback, you don't really want to run this guy without a Rainbow support. So if this team had a Rainbow support, I guess they do, but I've had terrible luck with the Rainbow Orbs. Like, they just never do it for me. So, I don't like to bring a lot of units that need Rainbow Orbs because it's just, I've had a lot of bad luck with this unit giving me Rainbow Orbs. So, again, there are options on here, but, the main leader you want to use is the Gods, because the Gods opens up Piccolo, best banner unit. They made this guy busted. The fact that, again, we got 3 brand new units that just not only destroy, higher stages in the movie, or in the All-Star Easy A raid, they destroy Red Zone. You can bring Piccolo against Broly. I've seen people do that and win with Piccolo on their team. Goku just demolishes Broly. Cell Max can do damage to Goku, but Slot 1 where Goku is, I mean, you need to you gotta make sure there's one attack before the super because he gets a lot of defense on there. But like Goku can stand up to Cell Max. Cooler in slot 2 is tanking Cell Max. This man, I mean, they just made 3 of some of the best units like ever. Like this, if you compare part 1 to like if you compare like 6th anniversary, like the Siberian units weren't as good as Piccolo. Trying to think what else. Worldwide, well, Tien is aged. So if you go, the Majin Buu Saga Worldwide, which was it 2 years ago now? Tien is aged very well. Buu Piccolo is okay. I'm not a big fan of Buu tanks. Obviously, Super Vegito can still work too. But like if you just look at part 1, like all 3 units, like this might be the best batch of units coming out at one time, just because they're all good. They're all for the top tier content. You can bring them anywhere, and they can dominate. So again, the fact that you can bring a STR unit against Broly and be good, like it just shows you the power creep here. So again, if you don't have Goku, but you pulled Piccolo, you pulled well, obviously you're not going to use Cooler on the movie boss team, but if you pulled Piccolo, good to go. You're good to go. Slot 1, like he's just very good. But again, obviously, this is the team you want. I mean, you can, if you have these guys, they can be good. Obviously, they got to build up, so you're not really going to ever build them up fully. They can be good with their active skill. I think, what turn is it? I forget how deep in the fight you have to be. Oh, 4th. Okay, never mind. Don't bring them for... I thought you could get their access skill off. You can't. Pycon has rose in the ranks of units that are good. Units that are usable. He's good against Cell Max with that Ghost Usher. He can dodge, too. So, he can support other units so they can hit harder, defend better. Hercule, obviously, like movie boss is like rising. Pycon's not the best unit on there. He can be super effective if you have a Angel Goku or Vegeta. So if you have these 2 on rotation, he can be super effective, and they can just hit like a monster truck. If you can get their 18 key, if you can get a lot of key for them, they can hit like a monster truck with Pycon. And Pycon again can be super effective on that. I like this Goku a lot more. I think I think it's movie boss or not movie boss. Realm of Gods restricted, I believe. Okay, we're gonna have to wait a minute. of course. It's so slow. When I try to do videos, it's slow, but when I don't, it's fast. Yeah, it's gotta be Realm of Gods in the same turn. Okay, so I mean, you can if you bring the gods, again, if this guy had his easy A, it'd be better. You're not gonna run this guy in here, because, like, again, 3 turns, like, max. Like, again, this is, what is this? Yeah, early 700s, so you're not gonna be going 4+ turns getting this guy to transform or anything. So I would not bring Gogeta. Jocko will be good, but he's not out on Global, obviously. Tapion, again, damage reduction. He can be a slot 1 unit if you need a slot 1 unit. There's a lot of options. Like, I could go through and just go, this guy. Like, there's just so many options in here. I think, is there active skill? Is it turn 3? Because, again, if you're on turn 3, and the enemy's almost dead, you can put this guy in slot 1. Yeah, turn 3, all you need is a Trunks or Goten. So no Krillin. Obviously, Krillin can activate... No, Krillin just gives him, oh no, here. Krillin can just give him, oh, it's the unit. This is, okay, so they just greatly raise, so, and then they can give allies. So Krillin can help with the, unit super attack, but if you have, there's Trunks here, it's gotta be Kid Trunks, right? It's Kid Trunks? Yes, Kid Trunks, Kid Goten. So, I mean, this guy, very good. This guy, very good. And again, you get turn 3 and you have these 2 on rotation. Automatic dodge for this unit, turn 3. So, again, if you're trying to finish them off turn 3, you're worried, you're low on health, and you get their active skill off, like, they're not going to get hit. And, I mean, if we're going up against the STR, so let's say it's an STR unit, which one. There's only okay. So there's only one in here. So basically, you probably want to bring Trunks more than Goten because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again these are later stages. So you want to bring probably Trunks more so than Goten because Goten is going to have a lot more type disadvantage. So that's one thing I'd be weary of is what stages are tech stages. Obviously he can do good. He can obviously still be good. With another with the Goten and Trunks on rotation, he activates more of his passive and whatnot. But just if you're looking at the stages, there's only one. There's 2 STR units. I missed Piccolo here. So there's only 2 STR units here versus 4 or 5 tech units. So that's what I would just bring this guy over Goten. But again, you can bring Goten if you want. I'm not telling you don't because Goten can do okay in here as well. This guy, I imagine if they do double easy A's. That'd be fun. I almost said blue Vegeta. Vegeta can be good. Obviously, he's nowhere near Tech God Goku. So God Goku basically gets his damage reduction everywhere in here. This guy can't be touched against it's movie bosses or pure Saiyans, right? I believe it's that. Yeah, movie bosses are pure Saiyan. I don't even have to look at this easy A because it's just at pure Saiyans on there. But he can't be touched in here. So if you have God Goku, definitely he's the second option after the leader to bring here. Vegeta again. I don't know why they made this guy unbelievably good and they just said we're not even going to let him stack defense because he greatly stacks attack only. I don't know why he's not greatly stacking defense alongside. Obviously Gohan, Tech Ultimate Gohan really killed the the guard, so they're never gonna give guaranteed guard again. But give him greatly stacked defense. I mean, it's that's one way to help him. You can bring the other pair of Goten and Trunks here. Obviously, they work better together. So they can work, with that unit too. 18 can work, with that unit too. Krillin again. So I mean, if you really wanted to, you could bring this guy as a double leader, which obviously it's not gonna be easy to find. But you could have 2 of him, run Krillin, run 18, run Goten and Trunks's, and you'll just stomp through the stages. It might not even take you 3 turns sometimes. Vegeta and Goku. I think Vegeta and Goku here are underrated. Obviously, longer events, they're much better, but I think their orb changing is still very good, especially if you bring Vegeta, you have it paired up with the gods on rotation, then the gods are just basically going to be super effective against all types most of the time, because again, they're very easy to get them key, very easy to get them 18 key about 75% of the time, and then again, you give them more key, then they're going to be super effective against all types, which means, Roshi, Tien, is this Sorbet? Yeah, Sorbet. And that's it. That's all the N-type units on here, and they'll just run through it too, as being super effective against all types. So, I like bringing Vegeta. I bring Vegeta a lot, especially longer events, because he can do good. He can stack up. You get high enough, you get enough orbs with him, because he gets defense on orbs too. You can go from 30% to 70 or 80% HP, depending on how many orbs you get, how many times you've stacked up with him too. So, consider that. But again, I don't have to go through this category too much. I don't have to go through movie bosses too much. I probably spent too much time on movie heroes already. But there's just so many options here. This is not a tough team. There's, some units have been out for years. Again, God Goku and Vegeta have been out for years before their Easy A. So if you don't have an Easy A, God Goku is used in all the hardest events. Cell Max is a movie boss enemy, so that means this guy can be used in there too. So just think about that. The hardest unit in the game caters to Goku's kit versus Vegeta. It's just God. So that's all I got for movie bosses. We'll look at movie heroes real quick. I'm gonna close that. Movie bosses, again, this is probably the better thing to go with, because Cooler is a 170 across the board. If you don't have Cooler, bring Turles if you have Turles. Brawly is another option. I would not bring this guy. Janemba is like a last resort option for a major leader skill for movie bosses. But if you pulled Cooler, like you get 200%. Let's say maybe you didn't pull Cooler, or you can't find him, but you find a Turles on the friends list. You're good to go. Like you're very good to go. There's slot 1 units, Janemba slot 1 unit. We don't have this guy out yet on global, but he'll be a slot 1 unit. You're going to have all the golden freezes here. Janemba, he's going to have guard. He can be a slot 1 unit if you can get 2 rainbow orbs, and you can help him better with the support, obviously, too. This Janemba can be used in there. If this guy gets an easy A, we'll see if he's like a slot 1 unit or not, slot 2 unit. But like you have options, and then you have hard hitters. If this Janemba can be a slot 1 unit too. He gets more dodge chance. I think it's. Nah, I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm not gonna waste time. But I know he gets more dodge chance. I don't know if he adds more defense onto it. But the more he dodges in that turn, the better slot 1 unit he is. This Cooler can be very good. Obviously, he's got to build up, but he can be very good. Brawly, Turles. If you get 7 orbs, you can use this guy too. This guy, when he easy A's, will be, he'll be okay. He'll be good. Again, Tapion. Look, Tapion's on both. Which he's not going to really, he'll do damage too because he's under movie bosses. So, there's a lot. This guy, if he easy A's in part 2, he might, be a very, very good unit. This guy here, he stacks defense on his super attack. He's a free-to-play option. This guy, when he easy A's, hopefully it's, like, I would rather have greatly stacked defense than attack and defense, honestly. Like, I would. So we'll see what his easy A looks like. It's basically confirmed he's going to easy A this celebration. This guy's going to easy A. We'll see what he looks like, because his passive is very bare bones. Brawly, again, can be used good. This guy can stack defense, too. This guy can be a support. You can bring, I would not, because obviously, like, this guy's 100 times better. But if you don't have AGL Turles, he can be a support unit, but he's going to get, damaged pretty badly. Brawly, I don't like Brawly, like, at all. I think they really screwed him up, especially because Sin Shenron, which is the counter to Brawly on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta banner for the anniversary. They made Sin Shenron 50 times better than this unit, so I don't know what they were thinking with this unit, but I don't like him. Maybe you do, but I don't like him. I don't think he's that good of a unit, so I would stay away from him. Bojack can be good. This guy, I think he raised attack and defense. He easy A'd, so if you need to bring him, you can bring him. But I would stay away from the Beerus's unless, Turles. So stay away from any super class units except for Tapion. If you, again, Tapion can be, slot 1 unit with his 50% damage reduction and whatnot. So, again, I don't have to spend too much time on here because you got hard hitters. You got support, you got hard hitters. This guy, again, can hit hard. He's got to stack up. He's going to have damage reduction against... you're going to have 36, I think it's 36% damage reduction. Once you get to, let's see, Gohan, well, okay. Wait, is it hybrids and Pure Saiyans? I think it's hybrids and Pure Saiyans, right? Or is it just Pure Saiyans? Hybrids, okay, hybrids are Pure Saiyans. So once you get up to Gohan here, again, obviously you're going to have these guys in here and Frieza in here, but, Brawly is going to have 36% damage reduction. What else does he get? Additional 18% chance to crit. And that's it. And then obviously he's going to stack. So again, once you get deeper into these stages, if you're running movie bosses, you're going to have everything except for 4 stages here. Brawly will not have 36% damage reduction in here. Even against Vegeta, 36% damage reduction against a type disadvantage unit. Again, you're going to be stacking, so if you can get him to attack first, you're going to have a little more defense before Vegeta attacks you. So again, Brawler can be very good. He can be very good, even in short events. If you're going up against Spear Hybrid Saiyans, he can be very good. So again, not as much to talk about. Just Cooler, just God in here, Goku. Okay, well, I don't think the page loaded correctly. It's still loading. Goku, again, God in here. There it is. You can, like I said, you can run a powerful comeback, but I would either choose the gods. If you pull them during the 7th anniversary, I'd either choose them, or if you're, pulling for Cooler now, I would choose one of them and then build either a movie bosses or movie heroes, rather than, you're limited here because it's not too many options in here. Like, you're gonna have 4 total LRs, and maybe you don't have Gohan. Maybe you don't. Well, he's been on a lot of banners, but maybe you don't have them. Or maybe this guy's only been on, what, 2 banners on Global, I think so. So maybe you don't have Tech Gogeta, maybe. So, you're limited for the LRs you can use. You're limited because this guy's not, his EZA, we don't know when that's going to be. He's going to be a lot better with it. This guy, again, I don't like the chances of the Rainbow Orb Changers. If you need to bring him, you can bring him. That's, you can't, this guy, if their EZA is good, they're not the best right now, but, you can bring them too. This guy just, you can't stun, so he's useless. This guy, just, it's so, again, if you have to run, or, you just, you want to run double Goku, Goku alone can, do it. But if you get caught wrong with some of these units in here, especially some of the TURs or the free-to-play unit here, you're not going to have a good day. So, I would, again, this would be like a last resort. Gods are all over the friends list right now. So if you have Gogeta here, or if you have Gohan here, or Piccolo, I would stay away from the free-to-play. I would stay away because I think this guy's only 120. So, is Piccolo, is he 130? I forget what his leader skill is. Yeah, okay, so 130. So, this is the lowest I would go because, again, you're still in the 700s. So, it's not like, you're in the 900s where, a 130 leader skill is, you might get hit, like, well, you're going to have 40% less stats. So you're going to get hit a little harder. But, again, in the 700s, I would say this is an okay leader skill if you pulled pulled Piccolo here and you don't have this guy, you don't have the gods, and you don't have this guy. So, again, maybe you're struggling with the leaders, but if you try for Piccolo, but then if you don't pull Piccolo and you pull Cooler, it's a win either way. Cooler and Goku alone can solo. It's just Cooler has more defensive options where you're less likely to die than Goku does. So that's what I would say. It's just Goku's team, the powerful comeback, just last resort if you need that as your leader skill. So that's it. I covered all of the tough ones already. If you want, I might do a Realm of Gods one, I think, because again, I keep talking about how hard it is, or the difficulty, switches up. So I might do a Realm of Gods one, but if you want, GT bosses, which again, I'll do a GT bosses, that one for sure. That one in Realm of Gods, I think I'll do for sure. But if you want, Otherworld Warriors, Shadow Dragons, Goku's Family, one of these other ones, maybe you didn't pull the Super Saiyan 4s or the Super Saiyan Gods for the 7th anniversary, and or you want to do it with the category options to try to get the titles or whatever. Let me know down below what you want to see next. For now, though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.